You're probably well aware that the lead up to your wedding can be extremely stressful and emotionally draining. Your bridesmaids are the ones that are going to wear the brunt of your stress when things don't go to plan. And I'm sure you've heard of many bridesmaids from house stories, from Sisterhood rivalry, where this other sister wants to have everything bigger and better than yours. From the unreliable friends, the friends that always turn up late and just have a total disrespect for time. And then there's the ones who've turned out to be the etiquette police, or the friends that are leaving your sister out of the planning. So perhaps you're thinking and assuming this won't happen to me. Well, today I'm going to give you my top 3 tips so that this bridesmaid disappointment does not happen to you. Hi, I'm Michelle Schwab, wedding planner from oneperfectdayweddings.com.au, where I help overwhelmed brides plan their dream wedding by guiding them every step of the way through my exclusive and simple strategy. So, to avoid bridesmaid disappointment, my first tip for you is to choose your team wisely. Choose someone that's going to be there for you when you need it the most. Choose someone who's going to understand their role as a bridesmaid. Your matron of honour or a matron of honour by their name, by default, tells you that they've been through the experience. They know what it's like. They know how stressful it can be. So choosing your bridal party can be either the most difficult decision that you make, or it can be the easiest decision that you make. There is much more to looking pretty on your wedding day and scattering petals down the aisle. They are your friends that will take the brunt of any wedding stress when things don't go to your plan. They are the friends that are going to give you the honest support and opinions when you've asked for their honest opinion. They're the ones that are going to give you emotional support during your planning phase. And in short, they should be your most trusted allies to get you through this really exciting and sometimes stressful time in your life. Tip number 2 is know who pays for what. If you're using your One Perfect Day wedding planner, step number 3, create your budget based on what's important to you. You would have clearly identified who's going to pay for what and what you can afford. And as a general rule, the bridesmaids will pay for their entire outfit. So the bridesmaids pay for their dress, their shoes, their jewelry. They also pay for hair and makeup. And most common or misunderstood one is that traditionally they pay for their flowers. And if there's going to be any pre-wedding spa treatments, manicures and pedicures, that's what they pay for. So you need to know and decide fairly early on who is going to pay for what. And once you've made that decision, you need to discuss and communicate this with your team. And the easiest way to do that is to which leads me straight on to tip number 3, is to start things off on the right foot. Start things off on the right foot with a great dinner party or a get-together, so that your bridesmaids who haven't met each other can meet each other for the first time. You've asked them to be in your wedding because they're completely and your most trusted friendships that you've had. So it gives everyone the opportunity to have a say and meet one another. You can give them plenty of information regarding jewelry, hairstyles, choosing nail colours, and of course this is where you discuss money matters, discuss who's going to pay for what. It gives them and allows your friends to have their say in what they're going to wear and have their say on their different opinions on money matters. You might have chosen one friend who's financially well off and another friend that's financially struggling. your friend that's financially well off, she's going to think that a $300 pair of shoes is an absolute bargain, where your friend that's struggling is going to think that a $29 pair of shoes is struggling. So this really gives you the opportunity as a group of friends to come to a solution together. So communicate well in advance so you don't end up with any last minute surprises. And my bonus tip for you would be gifting jewelry, a handbag, a scarf, or the hair and makeup artist is not only a generous, gesture, but it gives you the opportunity to exercise your control over your style that you want as well. So have a really good think about, what gift's going to work for as a generous gesture, as well as having control over your style. So to recap, the top 3 tips to avoid any bridesmaid disappointment. 1, choose your team really wisely. Choose the ones that are going to be there for you, and choose the ones that are going to understand their role. Tip number 2, know who pays for what, and then communicate that by tip number 3. Have a great dinner party, cocktail party, and a get together where you can discuss every matter up front all together as friends and find solutions. Unfortunately, weddings can bring out the sides of people that we don't expect to see. So I truly hope that these 3 tips will avoid any of that for you. We'll see you next week. Until then, happy planning. Bye.